In this video, we'll learn how to make instances of objects from a template class in p5js. So in my code here, I've got a real basic template class all set up for my eyeball object. And I've already gone ahead and commented out the parts of my code that I started with where I was making shapes with a non-object oriented approach. I'll need those for reference, but for now, I don't need them to actually run. So our first step towards making an instance of an object from a template class is to create a variable for our object to be stored in. So up here at the top of my code, I'm just going to make a new variable, and I'll call this I1. So I've created my variable, and my next step is to initialize it, which I'll do in my setup block. And I'll do that using the new keyword. That'll be followed by the name of the template class that I'm instancing. So in my case, that's eyeball. Then open and close parentheses. And depending on the way that my template class is set up, I may need to place arguments inside those parentheses to properly run my constructor function. In this case, I don't need those right now. So I've got a new instance of that eyeball class stored in the I1 variable. And from there, we can use that variable to access fields and methods that are stored inside our template class. So if I scroll back down to my template class, I can see the two fields that I have are this.x and this.y. So if I wanted to access those, I could say I1.x, and I need to do something with that value, so maybe let's just print it to the console. And there I can see the value that's being stored in the x field of the I1 variable. Now, in a similar way, I can access the methods that are stored inside of my template class with that same dot syntax. So down here in my draw block, let's say I1.show. So we are starting with the variable that's storing our object, the dot syntax, the name of the method we're calling, and then open and close parentheses. And again here, depending on how we've set up this method, we may need arguments inside of those parentheses. In my case, I don't. So because of the way my template class is set up, when I make the eyeball object and store it in that I1 variable, my constructor runs automatically, setting a random x and y location that's somewhere on the canvas. Then when I call that show method, I'll draw an ellipse filled with white at whatever that x and y location happens to be. So every time I play my sketch from the beginning, I should get a different random location for my object. So one of the ways that a very simple template class like this can become very powerful is when we make lots of duplicate instances. So one way to do that is I could just simply make more variables and declare and initialize those exactly the same way. So if we think back to our analogy of our template class being like a blueprint, each of our variables that's storing a new instance of that blueprint would be like a separate house that's built off of those plans. And that means we can have two of those ellipses placed at different locations because each variable has its own separate object based off of our template class. So you can see as I play this, I should get two random locations, one for each of my I1 and my I2 objects. And of course, you could imagine, rather than separate individual variables, having an array storing multiple objects, and that way we could really have lots of them on screen, each having their own unique but similar sets of behaviors and properties. Okay, that's how to make instances of objects from a template class in p5js.